In the spring of 2014, nearly 2 years after the disposable camera resurfaced, a yellow envelope arrived at the Cedar Lake Police Department. No return address. Inside was a single sheet of lined paper. "They are not dead. You're just not looking in the right place. We know what happened at Suncrest. Stop protecting your own." It was typed. No fingerprints. No DNA. No postal stamp beyond a generic Chicago processing label. But the line, "Stop protecting your own," stunned investigators. Was someone inside the force involved? Was the abduction covered up? Or was this the work of a twisted prankster? That letter was never made public, until now. Marlene Whitaker was quietly informed. It both destroyed her and fueled her. "If someone's taunting us, I want them to know we're not stopping. Ever." The letter re-energized interest in internal review. FBI profilers analyzed it for intent. The tone was indirect, almost apologetic. Could it have come from someone with insider guilt? That same year, a retired Cedar Lake officer, Frank Dwyer, was questioned after whistleblower files revealed he had once been flagged for failing to log surveillance footage from a nearby business the day the girls vanished. That footage was later declared missing. Dwyer denied involvement, and nothing ever stuck. But a cloud of suspicion grew, not just over him, but the entire original investigation. In early 2016, another lead electrified the case. A call came in to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children from a gas station payphone in Nevada. The caller was a young woman. She whispered, "I think I'm one of the Whitaker twins. I don't know who I am, but I see my face on posters." The call lasted 23 seconds. Investigators raced to trace the location, but by the time they arrived, the payphone had been destroyed in a storm. No surveillance camera nearby. No fingerprints recovered. The Whitakers were devastated and quietly hopeful. Marlene later said, "That voice, I can't explain it, but I felt something. It felt like one of my girls." Linguistic analysts compared the call to earlier anonymous letters. Syntax and spelling patterns matched. The same spelling error, definitely, appeared in both. They began to believe it wasn't a hoax. In 2017, a private investigator hired by a podcast producer tracked down a 19-year-old woman in Tulsa named Annalise who had no birth certificate, no medical history, and no legal ID until age 13. She was being raised by a reclusive woman named Sherry DeVal, who claimed to have adopted her unofficially after rescuing her from an abusive home. Annalise had hazel eyes, a distinct birthmark on her left hip, just like Amelia Whitaker. A DNA test was arranged, but within 72 hours, Annalise and Sherry disappeared. Their home was cleared out overnight. Neighbors said a black SUV picked them up at midnight. The test was never completed, but a toothbrush left behind by Annalise showed a partial DNA match, not conclusive, but indicative of shared ancestry with the Whitaker family, according to lab records. It was the closest they'd come. In 2019, a breakthrough came not from law enforcement, but from the online community. A Reddit user named UOForestEcho96 uploaded a blurry selfie of two girls in a wooded area, claiming it was a 2007 photo found in my aunt's drawer. Within hours, internet sleuths compared it to age-progressed photos of Ava and Amelia. The resemblance was striking. Same chin, same freckles, same wrist scar, but the account vanished. Deleted. IP address traced to a public library in Idaho Falls. The FBI investigated and found nothing. However, in the image's metadata was a GPS tag, faint, corrupted, but retrievable. It pointed to an area in Wyoming near the Wind River Range, a region known for its isolation and survivalist communities. A small task force was dispatched. Cabins were checked. No trace. But a children's shoe, pink, size 12, with faded butterflies, was found under a pile of stones near a campfire site. Forensics were inconclusive. Yet again, the trail went cold. By 2021, the case of Ava and Amelia Whitaker had become one of the most documented unsolved disappearances in U.S. history. Netflix was preparing a documentary. Thousands of TikTok creators speculated. Reddit theories grew wilder. Some believed the girls had been sold into trafficking and rescued later. Others thought they were raised off-grid by someone who convinced them their parents were dead. And one theory haunted everyone. The girls know who they are, but are too afraid to return. Marlene started an online campaign titled Come Home. We believe you with heartfelt letters, childhood memories, and a standing offer. No matter what you were told, no matter where you've been, we love you. Come home. No questions asked. Her messages have been viewed over 18 million times. A whistleblower from a federal agency contacted a journalist anonymously in 2023. He alleged that a private contractor involved in missing persons recovery had been tracking the Whitaker twins under an unofficial operation called Phoenix. The operation, allegedly shut down in 2015, had recovered multiple children abducted through non-familial kidnappings, often tied to underground rehoming networks. This source claimed 2 girls matching Ava and Amelia's description had been located once, but no retrieval occurred due to legal complications involving the host country. He wouldn't say where. The FBI refused to confirm or deny. The Whitakers begged for answers. None came. As of 2024, the Whitakers still receive letters, photos, and tips monthly. Some are cruel hoaxes. Others feel real. Every time Marlene opens one, she prepares to have her heart broken all over again. Thomas rarely speaks publicly now. He says, "Hope is a gift, but also a curse. Because every time the phone rings, I imagine it's them. And it never is." The cakes are still baked every March 21st. And the candlelight vigil still happens at the old daycare. The old Kodak disposable camera sits in a glass box now, its yellow shell dulled with age. It was never meant to speak, but it did. It whispered through time, cut through silence, and proved one thing beyond any doubt. Ava and Amelia Whitaker were alive, and they wanted to be found. Some believe they are still out there, waiting for the right moment. Others say the truth is buried with someone who swore never to tell. But Marlene holds onto one simple idea. One day, someone will come forward, maybe one of my girls, or someone who finally decides to tell the truth. And that day, this nightmare will end. Until then, the world watches and wonders, because some photos don't fade, and some stories don't end.